Fight or flight. Surely you've heard this reference before, in movies and books and even in David's speech. Well, when it comes to conflict, that's me. That's how I deal with it. Depending on the situation, I either stay and compete with my opponent, putting on the best performance that I can until I win, or I avoid conflict like I avoid things like burning buildings, snakes, and donuts during swimsuit season. These two Thomas Kuhlman reactions to conflict are kind of polar opposites, and neither is exactly what you would call ideal, but right now, this is what I've got, so here we go. Reaction number 1, fight, aka time to put on a show. I react competitively to conflict when I have an audience. This is my makeshift microphone. Now don't get me wrong, I'll occasionally debate with someone with no audience, but when I get this way, I'm a show-off, so it doesn't really happen much unless I'm really heated. This topic is usually something impersonal yet controversial, like politics or values or religion, something that doesn't really get to your heart or anything, doesn't truly affect you. You know, all those forbidden first date topics. I primarily react this way when I know I'm right and will therefore win. And, you know, I get a thrill of proving someone wrong in front of an audience. I like it when everyone thinks that I'm smart and that I know what I'm talking about. And just like anybody else, I want to win. I want to be the best. Because these debates are about impersonal topics, although some harsh words may be exchanged, everyone pretty much goes back to being friends at the end, despite the winner, even though the winner is usually me. Reaction number 2, flight, or hide, as the case may have it. When the conflict is more personal and has to do with relationships in my life or something serious, you can find me in my turtle shell, avoiding conflict like whatever it is turtles are avoiding in there. When confronted with conflict that's going to affect my life in some most likely unpleasant way, I really can't get away from it fast enough. I'll do almost anything to get out of dealing with it. I'll fake sick, I'll avoid going certain places, I'll rearrange my plans. It isn't that I don't want the conflict to get resolved, because I do, desperately. It's just that I don't want to be the one to have to resolve it. But eventually, I come out of my shell and I deal with it. It's never as bad as I think it'll be, but it's never as good as it would be if I wouldn't have wasted all that time hiding. As you can see, I'm not exactly a pro when it comes to this stuff. Fighting, hiding, none of it's productive, unless of course I win. But in all seriousness, the best thing that I've learned in this class is to look at conflict as a learning experience and a teaching tool, rather than something that needs to be won or something to fear. Conflict is an absolutely necessary, unavoidable, and sometimes messy part of life. I'm obviously still learning how to deal with it, and I'll never be able to change my initial instincts. But hopefully one day I'll be able to put my microphone down and not retreat into my turtle shell. But until then, to quote John Mayer, I am in repair, I'm not together, but I'm getting